and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of today's program, and we, of course, as you saw on screen, celebrating 25 years. Owatonna Today Show has been your community connection since 1991, and very, very happy to be bringing you all sorts of things that go on in and around our community. We could not do it if it were not for the generosity of our sponsors now and over the years, and we thank them, and we hope that you do too when you see them. Patronize their businesses, support their organizations, let them know that you appreciate them supporting the Owatonna Today Show. Our premier sponsors include the Owatonna Public Utilities, Express Employment Professionals, and the City of Owatonna. Primary supporters are the Owatonna Foundation, Little Theater of Owatonna, Brookdale Senior Living Solutions, and Amy Swain Hearing Centers. Our interlude supporters, TPS Insurance, the Third Hand Video Productions, Steele County Transitional Housing, Steele County Historical Society, the Owatonna Business Incubator, Horizon Eye Care, Fairview Animal Medical Center, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Bremer Bank, and Abraham Consulting Technologies. Again, please say thank you to these businesses and support them. And if you or someone you know might be interested in a show supportership, please get a hold of Leanne. We have sponsor packets, and it's a very nice way to get your message out into the community as well. You can get a hold of Leanne at 390-5751 or contact us at owatonnatoday@charter.net, and we're always looking for more supporters of the show as well to be a part of our program with us. Great program for you today, all of it out on location. The Owatonna High School robotics team is in full swing, and so Linda and Leanne went out on location to the Owatonna High School, and we've devoted the whole program to finding out about the Owatonna robotics team this year. So we'll take a break for our sponsors, and we'll head out, and I'll see you again at the end of the program.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Brad here from Owatonna Senior Place. Our goal at Senior Place is to involve, enrich, and empower adults 50 years of age or better to live as independently as possible in our communities. We do this by promoting wellness through recreational, educational, and social opportunities, as well as being a referral source for services available within our area. Activities and programming at our center emphasize creating and maintaining independence in all phases of life. Come see what Senior Place has to offer. Live full, live well, and live long.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
There you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, hello. I'm John Terrell, and I play Elwood P. Dowd. And this is Harvey. He's my friend, and he plays Harvey the Puka in LTO's production of Harvey, directed by Shelley Whitehead. Performances of Harvey will be held Friday and Saturday, February 19th and 20th at 7:30 p.m., and a matinee on Sunday, February 21st at 2 p.m. Oh, yes, thanks for reminding me. And we'll have performance again the following Thursday through Saturday, February 25th, 26th, and 27th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Come on, say it with me, Harvey. Don't miss LTO's production of Harvey.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, and we're here on location at the Owatonna High School, and we're talking with Val Rose. She's the mentor and the coordinator of the Options Program. Hi, Val. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for coming out on a cold night.
Yeah, we'd been talking a little bit before we came on the air,
Yeah.
And your degree is in?
Family Consumer Science.
And how did that get you involved with the Options Program?
Well, about 7 years ago, I was approached by my principal, and he asked how I would feel about not teaching for a year. And I thought, what have I done wrong? But what had happened is Owatonna schools had been awarded a stimulus grant, and it had to be used for innovation in education. And so 2 other teachers and myself and assistant principal at the time, Beth Spenby, were put on a year's absence to explore innovation in education. And so during that year, we visited schools and came up with what we thought would fit Owatonna High School. And that's how the options program came to be.
And what a compliment that they would pull you out of the
Yes.
classroom for a year
It really
to do
was.
that kind of research and plan that program. That says a lot for who you are as a teacher, I'm sure.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now, just tell our viewers a little bit, what is the options program?
Well, the options program, students have the opportunity to get credit in 4 different ways. They can do online college classes for credit. They can do workshops, which might be something specific in an area, like I've done an architecture workshop where I've taught architecture and then taken the kids to New York City, actually, to see the architecture in New York City, and they get credit that way. Another way is through mentorship. That is kind of my love, where I can work with career education and get kids out in the community to work under mentors in the community who are experts in their area, and our students get to go out and learn what the field is like that they're interested in and see how it fits for them. And then the other way is through inquiry, where students will come in here with something that they truly are passionate about, and they get a chance to dig into it, do research, do interviews, and come up with some type of presentation or paper that shows their learning.
So their motivation is to find the right option for them.
Right, to find the right option.
And are they given class credit for this?
Yes, they are. They get credit and grade. And it depends on, the quality of their work, the depth of their work, and the amount of time that they spend on it.
And how long now has the options program been implemented?
This is our 6th year.
So wow, it really took off. Do you find
did.
is it being a success?
It is. We have a large number of students that go through the program. And the beauty of the program is they can come in for a class period, then they can go out to their other classes, come back in for another hour. They can be in for a quarter and then out in other classes for a quarter, come back in. So it's really individualized learning.
Now, is there any type of a screening process or looking into a student to make sure that they can handle that kind of independence or whatever?
Well, we find that you really have to be self-directed, but students come in, and if they find it's not working for them, then after a quarter, they go back out. But for the most part, I've seen all kinds of students be successful in the program. When they get a chance to really dig into something that they're passionate about, that makes all the difference in the world.
So passion is the motivation.
It is the motivation.
So we're here to talk about robotics.
Yes.
How did robotics come to play with the options program?
Well, I'm probably the only family consumer science teacher in the state of Minnesota that coaches robotics. But what happened was we were exploring other schools that had some type of innovation in education, I was hearing about robotics. And it just sounded like a neat fit for Owatonna students, because we really have strong science and math and technology here at Owatonna High School. And so I came back. I had some students in options that at the time were designing and building a wind tunnel. And we had gone up to the university.
Just for kicks and giggles?
Yep. And a couple were interested in engineering. Another one wanted to be a pilot. And so they worked together. I'd come into the back room, and the whiteboard would be full of all kinds of math concepts. And so anyway, I said, I've got something that I want you to check out. And so we went up to the state competition at Williams Arena. And all the way home, they were just talking about this had to happen here in Owatonna. And so Jared Newharth was the student that was a junior that year, that the next year really worked hard to recruit students and bring them into robotics.
Bring us around to FIRST.
Okay.
We don't want to dwell a lot on that because we want to find out all about here, but you heard about FIRST. Explain
FIRST
what the
Robotics.
FIRST is, yes.
It's not BattleBots. A lot of people think that when I say, I'm the robotics advisor, they think that it's BattleBots, but it's not. FIRST Robotics came about, Dean Kamen started it in 1992. Actually, Minnesota has the most teams per capita of any state in the country. And so we're very proud of that. Not all states have regions. Some teams have to travel to other states. We happen to have 4 regionals right here in Minnesota. So
And your team number is
4624. So we are number 4,624.
out of a world, it's international.
It's international.
So first is also a resource for you.
Yes, it is. Actually, every year we have to pay a fee of $5,000, and that gives us a kit of parts to start with. It gives us the challenge, because every year the challenge changes, and it also provides us with 1 regional competition. Beyond that, there's other fees, but that's our basic.
Okay, so now we implemented the robotics program, and is your program growing?
Yes, it is. That first year with Jared, I think we had 24 students sign up, probably about 18 really active in it, and this year we have 45.
And now, how often do you compete?
We compete in 1 region, and then if we are in the top in the state, we get to go to state at Williams Arena.
And when parts break down or you need things, who's your go-to on that?
Well, we have a lot of different companies we go to, and so.
Do you have any here in the community that will help you out?
We do have some of the local companies will help us with parts. Wenger has been instrumental. Bosch has been wonderful in providing dollars to us. We have several different teams. I think the students, our co-captains, are going to talk about that. But we have a business team that goes out and seeks sponsorship for the team.
Could we bring over the co-captains and interview them?
Yes.
We're here talking with the 2 captains of the robotics team. We're talking to Cheyenne Krampitz and we're talking to Terrell Rosenberg. Welcome, and how are you doing as captain tonight?
Really good.
How about you?
It's pretty good today.
Good, we're glad to hear that. Why don't you share with us how you became a captain?
So last year I started out as the business lead, and what that was is I was in charge of PR and community outreach, and then I worked with the co-captains from the previous year to become co-captain this year, and also filled out a leadership application.
Well, congratulations. And Terrell, how'd this happen for you?
Okay, so last year I was the electrical major, so I was sort of the second in command for the electrical team, and I filled out an application for leadership, and it was reviewed and passed through, so I got accepted to be captain this year.
Congratulations. And how's that going for you?
It's been going great. I'm having a really good time.
And how's it going for you?
Same with me too.
Tell me one thing you've learned right off the bat just as for being a captain.
Definitely dealing with a lot of different personalities, a lot of diversity, and how to have good leadership skills throughout that for the extended period of time.
And Terrell, right off the bat, what have you learned?
Leadership is very important. It's important to make sure that everyone's keeping on task and that there's not a lot of goofing off, because we don't have a lot of time to do this, so it's important to keep on track.
Wow, and you have to keep on track because I understand you're entering a competition. Yes. And what is the name of that competition this year?
The competition this year is called First Stronghold, and essentially we start in the middle of a field and then kind of similar to a basketball court. And then we go through an outer works, which is gates with rough terrain and doors. And then from there we can shoot a foam ball into kind of a hole in a castle-looking thing. Yeah.
So is this like an obstacle course?
Kind of. I mean, there's one wall of outer works, and you can choose one of the ones to set in there, and they're interchangeable, so there's rough terrain, doors, gates that you can lift up, and the robot does all of this to get through.
So you have to make the robot do all the work to get through the course. And that's okay. And
yeah.
So that's what they're designing here?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So Terrell, I understand you're the design captain, and you've got a lot of experience with that. Why don't you explain some of the process of designing for a obstacle course like that?
Okay, so the first couple of days, we go in a big room and we just kind of brainstorm all the ideas that we have on a big whiteboard. So we go through a voting process of weeding out different ideas and different things that people think, and we just kind of sit there and we vote and we decide what we want to do with the robot.
Is there any testing of parts? Is there any testing of theory before you would make up a prototype, so to speak?
Actually, we do several different prototypes to test different theories, and then we go to a final product after doing the prototyping to see what we think is best.
And what are some of the challenges you have with design? What has been most challenging for you?
Obviously, we don't know everything, so it's kind of difficult to come up with several different things at once, but we always overcome those obstacles and we get it done.
As captain, I'd like to ask also, are there choices you have to make in regards to people that'll be running or designing or sub-teams? Do you help in the administration of that?
Yeah, so we have 4 different teams: programming, electrical, build, and business, and each sub-team has their own lead, and we help in choosing those leads, and the members get to choose, based off their interests, what group they're in.
So do you manage a team then, or a sub-lead, or?
It just manages the team as a whole. Like, we're not specifically a part of a specific team. That's what we have leads for that.
What is your favorite part of the design process?
Personally, coming from electrical, that's obviously my favorite part of the process, but that's just me, I guess.
And what is your favorite thing about being a captain in your process?
My favorite thing about being a captain is seeing everyone's different ideas and perspectives and all of that coming together.
Well, you've talked to 2 of our captains here with the robotics team. We're going to take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with more. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
I'm Bill Owens with the Owatonna Business Incubator. Whether your business is just starting out or is expanding, we have the office space and manufacturing space that you need. As the Small Business Counseling Center for this region, we are able to help you in your expansion or your startup of your business. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're back here at the Owatonna High School talking to more wonderful members of the robotics team. And I have here to my right a very nice gentleman, and your name is?
Sam Bendorf.
And Sam, what is your role with the robotics team?
I am the co-leader of the build team.
Okay, and over here?
I am Morgan Rappy, and I am Sam's counterpart.
Okay, and over here?
I am Dakota Johnson, and I am the electrical lead.
So tell me a little bit about how you all work together. Where does your position start?
We start with the design and the construction of the build or the field elements for our competition. We have to figure out what our robot's going to do and how we can perform it the best way possible.
Okay. Now, how you can perform it. What's the timeline you have with these robots and getting them done?
We have 6 weeks from start to finish to build a robot.
That's not a lot of time, is it? So when did you start?
We started January 9th.
And you have a date where you're going to go to competition, correct? And when is that date and where?
Okay, our first competition is going to be in Duluth, and it is the first weekend in March. It's 4th and 5th.
So you're getting ready for a competition. You have these teams, you're building, you're really, I can just tell, passionate. You're getting really excited. Where do you go to practice to see if they can do the runs and everything you want it to do?
We go to retrofits, and we do that. Retrofits, they let us use their facilities for our field testing of the robots, and we can thank Steve, Kath.
That's okay, great. And real quick, what's your favorite thing you enjoy doing with the robotics team?
Well, the best thing is, for me, the people. It's just it's like a family here. You get to know everybody, and it's real fun just to be here.
And what is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is being with everybody here. It's like a second family, and we get to build an awesome machine.
And your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is watching as all the cells and all the different components come together to create a final product.
Okay, now for the big question. What is the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is getting it done in 6 weeks. That's not a lot of time at all to build a fully functional robot that can do all the things that FIRST wants us to do. There's a lot to do.
And what's the biggest challenge with the robot on the course?
There's so many things on the course, I don't even know where to begin. There's so many obstacles that we have to get over. We have to shoot a ball into a tower. There's so much going on. It's very hard to explain in a short amount of time. But we're trying to accomplish as much as we can.
And you spark things up with the electronics. So what's the scariest thing you tried to prevent?
A fire. For us, the hardest thing is to keep track of where all the wires go and how to make sure they're all organized and just make it nice and neat.
Well, thank you all. You heard it here first. Now we're going to go take a look and meet some more people with the robotics team. So we're going to go take a look. I'm here talking with a mentor, a volunteer with the robotics team, and your name is?
Larry Klodek.
Hi, Larry. Larry, what prompted you to get or motivated you to get involved with these wonderful young people?
The first year the team was in existence, one of the kids came to me and asked me if I'd be interested in helping mentor.
And what motivated you to do that?
It was something that I kind of like. I'm an electronics background, so I like the electronics part. I work on bicycles, so I like the mechanical part, so it kind of made a nice fit.
In your background, what is your electrical knowledge in, or what was your specialty?
I was in the Navy for 6 years as a mainframe computer repair technician, and then I worked at Federated for a while, part of the time as a PC technician repairing the PCs at Federated, and eventually became the telecommunications at Federated along with a partner.
So do you work with the design team? How do you work with each captain?
I work with individuals most of the time, sometimes with the captains, but I'm more training on hand tools, techniques, working with tools, stuff like that, mostly concepts for electrical and stuff like that.
So you help them troubleshoot if something's not working?
I help with the logic for the troubleshooting, try and keep them on track and do a process of elimination on troubleshooting the robot, yeah.
Do you feed them the answers, or do you just encourage them and mentor them, kind of encourage them to get the answer on their own, or how do you problem solve with this?
I tend to ask questions. Why do you do that? Why aren't you doing that? That kind of thing. And hopefully they'll get an idea of which direction I'm trying to get them to go in. Sometimes I'll let them go down a wrong road for quite a while and let them figure out that that's not the way to go and then back off and start over again.
In one word or two, what makes you happy about this? What is the most rewarding thing you have when you participate with the students?
Watching them come together as a team is the most rewarding part of the whole thing. They start counting on each other and depending on each other, and it's just so nice.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sam the builder, and Sam, would you please tell us what's going to happen here with the robot we're seeing?
All right, so for our competition, the goal is to pick up a ball and shoot it through a high goal at the end of the field. So the first thing that we have to do is pick up the ball, and our intake mechanism, which Dakota is demonstrating right now, picks up the ball quite nicely, actually. So now, since it's in the shooting mechanism, we have to raise it so we can shoot 8 feet through the air. And to do that, we have an actuator pushing up our entire assembly for both tearing down the fences and shooting the ball. All right, so that's that. We can't actually shoot as high as we'd like to right now due to ceiling clearance. But we have a pneumatic system where we have a large cylinder and a short cylinder. One retracts to shoot the large one as we have air held in the bottom. So we have faster gas laws and expansion. So. Okay.
So let's take two.
Okay. All righty. Well, we're going to go back here and talk to Val. How you doing, Val?
I'm doing fine. Now you know I had Sam explain it.
Well, and it worked. It worked. So we're good there.
Yeah.
Good there. So, so now with the program, takes a lot of support and a lot of
Yes, it
people
does.
involved.
Yes,
and
it does.
So if somebody wanted to send donations in or to help the program or volunteer, who would they contact?
Well, they could contact me. However, we do have a business team that has flyers, and they'll go out and do presentations. We've got folders that we can hand out, but essentially they can give me a call here at Owatonna High School, 444-8834.
Okay, great. Thanks for letting us come in and
Yes.
see everyone
Well, thank you for
today.
coming in.
They're a great bunch of kids, and good luck with the Stronghold. We're in your corner, so yay, go get them. Well, we'll be right back. We're going to hear a short word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Great visit to the Owatonna High School and out on location for the OHS Robotics team. Thanks so much for joining us for that. It's time to wrap up the program here on this Friday, February 19th with some announcements as we've been hearing and seeing. Little Theater of Owatonna's play Harvey begins this evening and tomorrow evening again at 7:30, Sunday at 2 o'clock for a matinee, and then again next week for 7:30 shows of the 25th, 26th, and 27th. LTO box office is open, and you can check them out too, of course, at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Around the World Food and Brew Fest is going on this evening. Hoping there's still tickets if you want to go. They are $25 each, available at Triumph Graphics, Kottke Jewelers, and the Steele County History Center, unless they have potentially sold out. LTO is going to be auditioning for its upcoming April show, which is called Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. There will be 16 to 18 children's roles, and those auditions will be this coming Sunday, February 21st from 6 to 8 p.m., and then there will be 5 to 7 adult roles. Those auditions will be Monday, February 22nd from 6 to 8, all of those auditions at Little Theater of Owatonna. The scripts are available for checkout at the Owatonna Public Library, and if you'd like more information, Sandy Hardy Hagan can be contacted at 475-1094. Coming up into next week, Julie Clausen is the 2015 Minnesota Book Award winner for fiction. She will be speaking at the Owatonna Public Library next Thursday, the 25th, from 7 to 8 o'clock. You can call the library if you'd like more information on that. Riverbend Nature Center is hosting the Riverbend Boogie Outdoor Dance and Candlelight Ski on Saturday, February 27th, so a week from tomorrow. Live music, candlelight trails, snowshoeing, skiing, naturalist-led, all sorts of fun things. Cocoa and s'mores by the bonfire. Sounds like a good time. If you'd like more information, visit Riverbend Nature Center's website or call them at 507-332-7151. Coming up on next week's programs, please join Linda. City of Owatonna will be joining us. Luann Kaupa, Eat Well Nutrition and Therapy, Hometown Sampler, Owatonna Businesswomen, Woman of Achievement, The Hat Chick, and JC Press, all on the docket for next week. Have a great weekend. Owatonna Today Show. We'll see you next week.